It's 7 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're live.
Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world.
Our broadcasting.
This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now.
Our broadcast link.
It's another live broadcast. Special edition. Now your hosts, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Polkas After Dark, the Saturday evening edition, coming to you live here from just a little town outside of Buffalo, New York. And we want to say hello and welcome to all of you. As you noticed at our very beginning screen, we lost another great musician, a legend, a true legend, and that is Mr. Lenny Kapka. He left us yesterday on March the 17th, and we're going to dedicate this whole program to a lot of tunes that Lenny Kapka performed with. Mr. Lenny Gomolkin, Chicago Push. He's also played with such great bands as the D Street and some others. And right now, let's go ahead and bring up a wonderful tune. Here's one called Old Time Polka Dance.
Where the band plays polkas all night long, where the people that you meet clap their hands and stomp their feet to the grind of concertinas and the band. I'm going to an old-time polka dance tonight, where the floor will rock with dancers everywhere. If you care to come with me to this polka dance, you'll see all the fun polka music can bring. Starodawną zabawę, że muzyka gra przez całą noc. Muzykanci tak grają, ludzie sobie hulają, wszyscy się wesoło zabawią. Ja pójdę dziś na starodawną zabawę, gdzie ludzie będą wesoło tańczyli. Proszę przebiegać ze mną na zabawę wesołą, hojnie wróćcie mi, a zgrać skończą.
Hey, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. Tonight we're playing a lot of songs by Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push, the D Street, and remembering a very, very dear friend who left us yesterday, Mr. Lenny Kapka. And Jerry, it was very strange because you and I had a lengthy phone conversation with Diane and Lenny 2 weeks ago on Saturday, right after our broadcast.
It was a fantastic conversation.
He was in great spirits and all, and we are just so saddened to hear that because Lenny has been a friend for quite a few years of decades of many, many musicians, many followers of not only Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push, D Street, all the bands that Lenny Kapka performed in. And again, let's pay tribute by playing some more songs by Lenny Kapka with Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push. Here's one called Everywhere I Look.
Everywhere I look, a pretty girl is there. They all look so gorgeous, the guys all stop and stare. They look so inviting, they look so exciting. Everywhere I look, a pretty girl is there. They look so exciting, they look so inviting. Everywhere I look, a pretty girl is there.
Everywhere I look, a handsome guy is there. They all look so gorgeous, the girls all stop and stare. They look so inviting, they look so exciting. Everywhere I look, a handsome guy is there. They look so inviting, they look so exciting. Everywhere I look, a handsome guy is there.
Any place I turn, there's couples everywhere. They all look so happy, the people stop and stare. They look good together, it must be forever. Any place I turn, there's couples everywhere. They look good together, it must be forever. Any place I turn, there's couples everywhere.
Hey, that's Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push, with the fantastic bass work of Mr. Lenny Kapka. And we're remembering Lenny this evening here on Polkas After Dark as we continue to play some great polka music by Lenny. But first, let's get a tune now. We're going to switch it over. How about a tune by the D Street, one called Marching to the Music.
Jakie maszerową muzyka grała, jakie maszerową muzyka grała. A moja Kasieńka,
That's a tune by D Street, one called Marching to the Music Polka. Hey folks, if you're just joining us, welcome to Polkas After Dark. It's a Saturday evening edition. We've got a lot of folks in our chat room already that we want to say hello to. Jerry, why don't you go ahead and make mention in our Facebook, if you would please.
We certainly can do that. We are going to welcome my brother Dan and Gayla and Corey. They're in Mississippi right now.
Oh, they're driving home.
They're driving home. They got
had
a
nice
long
visit.
way to go.
They had a nice visit with Mom, and that is always great.
Michelle and Rose Szymanski's with us.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Rose.
Evan Bozzarelli. Maria A. Blasting, a musical Mark, as well as Nate is joining.
All right.
Steve Brown is with us again today. Ted and Debbie Kliss, and they thanked us for all the prayers that we sent their way. Greg Russo is with us. Mary Lou Cherniak is listening while dog sitting.
Who is listening while dog sitting?
Mary Lou Cherniak.
Uh-oh, where did she get a dog? Mary Lou, you got to expand on that a little bit, please. Let us know.
We have the Viniars with us up there in Canada.
Hey,
and
Tony.
Marlene Rohal as well is joining us from up there.
Tony and Helen.
Steve Brown says he loves our Focus shirts.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I put this on this morning, and I've just kind of kept it on all day, so... You know, Robin saw my shirt, got jealous, so he had to go get hers.
Yeah, I ran downstairs. Well, we used to wear these when we played with Focus out live. I know Linda Petrozeski remembers that. Also, Linda Chipchak Merwin definitely remembers that.
We have the Gaylors with us.
Holy
and I was kind of
smokes.
peeking over on your screen.
Yeah, we'll go right ahead here.
I don't have everybody here.
I'm going to let
we
you
have the
do that.
Mahalskis with us. I think they may still be in Florida.
Lucky them.
Glad to have you guys with us.
Lucky them.
And
yeah, just
Bob
go ahead.
Zakowski, Ivan Mayers, Andy Pilecki,
Hi, Ivan.
Dave Zahowski, Mike Galinsky,
Hey, Michael.
Janet Cuddy.
Hey, did you say hi to Ted and Deborah Kliss?
I did, and I
Okay.
said that they thanked us for the prayers.
Yeah.
Dave
We're so
Rosansky's
glad-
with us.
We're so glad that Deb is back to normal.
Doing well and being home.
Yeah, that's all that matters, baby.
Rick Beekler. I said Greg Russo.
Yeah.
The Merwins are with us. Linda, Mike, Betty, and...
Linda, Mike, Betty, and Marty.
You always throw me under the bus. I'm
And
trying
Marty.
to get you involved
Oh,
here since I'm
hey,
taking
well,
over
thank
your
you.
job.
Well, thank you.
My
That's
nephew
so much-
Steve Novak is on.
Hey, Steven. Brian Kapka. Brian, you probably tuned us in because you heard that we are remembering Dad. What a fantastic bassist. As a matter of fact, we had played a song real quick of D Street, and I have a couple of things up here, so I want to make sure that we share this with everybody. Here is a beautiful picture of Dad on the bass guitar, Lenny Kapka, and of course son Brian back there on the drums, or the tubs as we refer to them a lot of times. And we're just playing a whole bunch of songs here tonight, remembering a fantastic guy, a fabulous musician, and taken way too soon from us. I believe he was in his 70s, early 70s, and he just left us yesterday. And we are extremely saddened. I'm going to go ahead and just hit a song here to play. Let's go ahead and do a beautiful waltz. Here's one called Roses for You. Good evening to Alice Fischler up there in Canada. Welcome, Sarah. Sarah Novak is here with us too. Good evening there, kiddo. And also say hello to a brother out there in Amherst. Yes, that's Mr. Ed Ryeski. Eddie is here. Thank you so much, Ed. We do appreciate all the kind comments that you folks send our way through text messages and right here on Facebook and YouTube.
Róże miłości kochania dla Ciebie dziś wysłał. Znaczą, że kocham Cię szczerze, na zawsze będę kochał. Róże miłości kochania oddam ci serce moje. Będę cię kochał na wieki, pięknie różeczki wyślę. Send to you this day a meaning of fond admiration. I'll send you my heart this way. Roses of love and affection. My heart will always be true. A meaning of fond admiration. Are the roses I'm sending to you.
Yeah. Hey, folks, tonight Jerry and I are reminiscing and remembering a fond gentleman that I have personally known for decades. And I want to say, gosh, it's probably about 40 plus years. And Jerry and I had the pleasure of speaking with him and his wife just about 2 weeks ago. Jerry and Diane were exchanging chats as they usually do on a Saturday night when Diane Kapka logs in, and when her and Lenny were tuned in, and they were chatting back and forth, and Jerry says, hey, I think we should call them, and I think the phone rang like right after she said that. And of course it was Diane. How you doing? And it was just really, really great. So we want to remember Lenny just the way he was, and he just had a bubbly personality. He was fine when he was chatting with us. We were talking, reminiscing about a lot of stuff, about the cruises. I had the pleasure of performing with him on one of the Dynatone cruises because Jimmy Johnson had just, I want to say maybe one too many. And he
it was the motion.
And that's that's what it was. Okay, it was the motion. Okay, I don't think so. It was probably the motion of the fluids going down from the glass down past the esophagus into the stomach. That's what it was. But Lenny came up. He sounded fantastic. One of my memories that I will never, ever, ever forget. And there were many of them. That's the killer part of this. Musicians, polka followers and fans, it is just a huge family. You've heard so many people talk about that. And you'll also hear Jerry, if we talk to you on the phone or if we see you, we always give you a hug or we always say goodbye, and we end the phone conversation with I love you. And it's a special kind of love. That's all we can say. And we just love having you folks here joining us tonight, not only on YouTube, on Facebook, and we appreciate that. One more time, let's bring up some more tunes by Mr. Brian Kapka's dad, Lenny Kapka, who left us unfortunately yesterday, March the 17th. Here's a tune called Blue Skies Ahead. Hey, good evening to Karen Howard, also to Don and Marina Kozak out there in North Tonawanda. Hey, Bob Gabowski's joined us. Bobby Piven, good evening to you. And Barb Wozniak, welcome.
And I'll always think about her, wondering how to live without her, even though my heart is filled with memories. And I hope maybe things get better, even though the weather's wetter, and the nights ahead seem filled with misery. But the sky is always blue above the clouds, where the sun keeps shining each and every day. Yes, the sky is always blue above the clouds, where the sun keeps shining each and every day. Yes, the sky is always blue above the clouds, where the sun keeps shining each and every day. I'll live and love and laugh and sing along the way, as the sun keeps shining each and every day.
Hey, we're going to also send this one out to Billy Joe. She's celebrating a birthday. Hey, what a great way to celebrate. Kicking back, catching some tunes on Polkas After Dark, and how about singing 99 Bottles, huh?
On a day hot enough to make Busha cuss, I walked into the place so thirsty I was spitting dust. Barkeep asked me, what'll it be? I said, what you got? He said, well, let's see. We got Lone Star, PBR, Rolling Rock, Shinerbach, Moose Jewel, Old Gold, Shubres, Edenbach, Cheviet's, Coors Light, of course, you got Red Stripe, Amstel, Amsterdam, and the tall can of Kutcha, Miller Lite, Guinness by the pint glass, Doppelbock, Lager, take a swaller cause it's going fast, Hiskey, and a lot of line and Kugels. Open up your wallet, no time to be frugal. There's 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down and pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. With that Piekowski brothers, and before we knew it, we needed another. So I told the bartender we need more beer. So he thought for a second, said, well, let's see here. We got Rio Grande, River Rock, Tecate with a twist stop, Dos Perros, Dos Equis, root beer if you're driving, Bud Light in a nice red and white koozie, a dozen wheat beers on tap if you choose. You got Heineken, Killian's, Labatt's, and Beck's, Ice Cold Corona with the limes and the necks, Yingling chilling with the old Milwaukee's best, Sam Adams and Bennett, even half of the rest of them. 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer. Take one down and pass it around, 97 bottles of beer on the wall. Well, us Polish people really like to drink, so before we knew it, they were out of beer. Aww. So we started with the Cuervo, Bacardi Gold, Margarita, straight tequila, Yeshin of Conspiratus. Then we wet Arista with the single malt Scotch, CC, and a jello shot. Captain Morgan poured some more than Polish cherries, Bloody Marys, Blender Bob blended up something scary. Everclear, Absolute, and Amaretto. I don't remember much, but I never will forget those 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Took them all down, passed them around. No more bottles of beer on the wall. I think I'm buzzed.
Hey, a little bit of D Street entertaining you, and happy birthday once again to you, Billy Joe. Let's see, who else is on? Hey, Sophie Irene, good evening. She says, hi, loving your show. Well, thank you so much. God bless you for that. We do appreciate everybody that tunes us in on Saturdays as well as Sunday afternoons. And don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be talking live with Steve Hayes, a.k.a. Steven Gerrard from The Beat 3.0. He joins us tomorrow. We're here from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. And again, do not forget whatsoever that we are going to be interviewing Steve at 5:30 until 6 p.m., and we do want to make sure that you get a chance to join us and say hello, howdy, and all that good stuff. Hey, Jer, why don't you give another shout out to some more people in our chat room?
I am first going to say good evening to Aubrey Hoffman, who joined us. Says she misses us. We miss you too, Aubrey. And Larry Kubiak is over in the chat room in YouTube land, as well as a number of others that are listening in, and I'm sure that includes Donna Skachillis, who just hasn't made it into the chat room yet. We have Barb Jacobs joining us. You said good evening to Sophie Irene.
Yeah.
We have David Korch, Bob Piven, Bob Gabalski, Don Kozak with Marina, Karen Howard, of course, the wonderful Steve Brown. He sure has a way of livening up the chat room, I'll tell you. He said shot time's at 7:35, guys, so get your shots ready.
Is that Eastern Time, Central Time, or Mountain Time, or Pacific Time?
Daylight savings,
sure.
Whatever it is.
Danny, whatever you do not pull over to have a shot. You are driving, my friend.
No shots for you. Marian Sikora's with us.
Hey, Marian and Jan, hello to you guys.
Doris Martin, as well as Jan Dressler, Beverly Nibel.
Man, we got a whole host of people here tonight.
Helen Garbach.
It's kind of funny. You have a different
Jeff
number
Yash.
on your screen up there than I do.
Steve Brown,
That's
like
weird.
I said.
That is really weird.
That's okay.
No, I like your number. We'll
like
work
my
with
number.
that. It's got 31 people over there on Facebook and about 22 on YouTube, and we've got just a few in YouTube that are chatting, and we want to make sure that we remind you folks that you're watching Polkas After Dark. We do appreciate it.
I have a few more things.
Oh, you do? Oh,
yes,
please.
I
Oh,
do.
go right ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Hey, please.
While
don't-
my brother's driving, I want him
Okay.
to let him know that not only is Stephen here, but also Sarah, Danny, and little Danny. So I think that is fantastic.
I saw Sarah.
It is wonderful having you guys join us on a Saturday night. We're all praying my brother gets home safely. It's a very long ride. We also want to say
Gayla will keep him awake.
evening to a gentleman who watches our show every week. We actually don't know the individual's name, but we found out from his son, Bobby K.
Sorry about that.
You're just falling apart over there.
That was
his son,
was a
Bobby
wondering
K, said his dad watches the show every week. So we just want to send a shout out to Bobby K's dad.
yeah, that'll be nice.
That is so
And
special.
we found out by Justy through Zach,
Through Zach.
and I think something about the VA, wasn't it?
It was something.
The
I
Veterans
just
Administration.
don't know
So,
all
hey,
the...
I don't know all the particulars either. Hey, but you know what? Did I play Golden Girl yet? I can't remember if I did or not.
so.
I think I may have. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and jump in and grab something else here. So let's go ahead and bring up another song by Mr. Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push. Lenny Kapka, of course, played bass with Lenny Gomulka when he first came back with the band. Actually, first came in with the band, Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push, and I want to say that was probably in the early 80s. I think Brian Kopka's still here, so he could probably chime in at any time if he'd like, but I think it's the early 80s. I want to say like 81, maybe 1980, 81, somewhere around in there, because I remember seeing Lenny Gomulka, Chicago Push, with, oh gosh, Jerry Mitek. I'm trying to remember who all. Mike Januszewski, I think, was on trumpet. Lenny Kapka on bass. Oh gosh, was it Kringle on concertina? I think it may have been. And Davey Brzezinski on the drums. And just, wow, what a powerhouse. It did say Mitek, right?
I think so.
Jerry Mitek, yeah.
You lost me like 3 names ago.
Yeah, no, that's all right. And just a lot of fun, a powerhouse of musicians. But we're going to play another song by Lenny Gomulka, Chicago Push, as we remember Mr. Lenny Kapka, who left us yesterday, March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I hope he's up there having a couple of brews. I'm sure he was yesterday when all the people that are Polish on Dingus Day, Irish on St. Patrick's Day, and everybody just welcomed him upstairs there, as they say. Here's a pretty cool tune, Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push. Welcome to Polkas After Dark, folks. Hey, we're going to have some exciting news to tell you all about coming up around Dingus Day. Good evening to the lovely Sarah Zalasko from the Sarah Z That's Me Polka Show. We're going to say hi to you also, Marcia Kittras, good evening, as well as Kathleen Zuba. Man, what a ride off of that last riff. Oh my gosh. Hey, you're welcome to send in any requests. If we have the tune, we'll be more than glad to play them. We are celebrating tonight with Mr. Lenny Kapka, a gentleman, a fantastic bassist, a fantastic personality, and he left us very, very quickly, very suddenly yesterday, March the 17th. And we will forever be indebted to his talents and, again, just his personality. Always bubbly, never had a bad thing to say about anybody. And Jerry and I, like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Jerry and I had the opportunity to actually talk with him and his lovely wife Diane 2 weeks ago, Saturday, right after the broadcast. And wow, what can you say? I get a little choked up here. But again, what a great man he was. What a great bassist. And always had a smile on his face no matter who he was performing with, whether it was Lenny Kapka's Chicago Push, the Good Times he played with for a while. And like I said, if we have Brian still in here, maybe he can jump in and let us know some more bands that his dad performed with. Gosh, I want to say there were a lot of bands out of Chicago, Illinois. And once he kind of left Lenny, he was like a free agent, as they say in the sports world. So he was kind of out just hanging out with everybody, and everybody, of course, wanted him because of his talent. Hey,
Tracy, that goes for you. If you know which other bands that your dad played with and you'd like to chime in over here on YouTube, we would appreciate that as well. We have been keeping your family in thought with us, and Mom's listening too. So...
Diane.
Diane's with Brian.
sending you hugs, baby.
We are.
We love you so much. And just, it wasn't just 2 weeks ago that we talked to them. Diane would log in late, and then she'd say, oh gosh, well, I forgot. And then what would she do? She'd call us up, and we'd be on the phone for about an hour after the show. And you know what's funny is that was when we were 10 p.m. to midnight.
I know.
So that was 9
well,
p.m.
it was
their
much
time
earlier
till
there.
11. Yeah, 9 p.m. to 11 there. And it's like, holy smokes. But just a lot of fun with the Kapkas. And who used to call him Cop Car? I think it was Sandy Lewandowski that gave him the nickname of Lenny Kapka. It was just so much fun, and we had a lot of fun with Lenny. And, again, our thoughts and prayers are with the family, but you know what? They really don't need that because they had a fabulous life with dad and husband,
yes.
Lenny Kapka. Hey, folks, here we go. Let's do something else here. I'm just trying. Man, my phone's blowing up like crazy here, and I don't mind that at all. Trust me when I say that. Here's one by D Street, one called Swing and Sway Polka. Hey, good evening to Mr. David O'Brien. Hey, Chris Bleasdale. Hope you had a good time down there visiting with Mom and also Danny and Karina and Gus. so much for joining us here this evening. Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to, and it is 7:42 p.m. Eastern Time. Got that, Diane? 7:42 p.m. Eastern Time. So that, I think, is what, 6:42 their time? And then I get all confused when you go the other direction, because
confused anyways.
Because it's like, hey, Mary Lou Czerniak did chime in. She said she is watching the puppy. And whose puppy was it? I don't know if I lost that now or not.
She said her daughters and her husband.
Okay, her daughter and husband. All right. And once again, we're going to say good evening to Barbara Wozniak. She is still here with us in the chat room. Barb Jacobs, again, welcome to you. David Korch, we've got a great crowd here this evening. Karen Howard, once again. Mr. Dave Zakowski, Davey Wham from Wham Records, way back in the day. Jerry, you had mentioned that somebody requested a song for their Jaja. Is that Mr. Ivan?
It is.
It is. Tell us a little bit about that real quick.
So tomorrow marks 8 years that his Jaja left us, so he would like a song to remember him by.
Okay, well, why not? Let's see. How about...
And Brian, thank you for the full list. I'm writing them down.
Okay, good. And I hope I have them. I hope I have some of the other tunes here. Hey, let's get another Lenny Gomolka tune up. And how about, I'm just trying to find some more of these, how about a little bit of a waltz, a little bit of Na środku pola. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. Thank you so much for popping in here. We're going to be here until about 9 o'clock this evening Eastern Time. You're looking at, 3 minutes shy of 8 p.m. here on the East Coast. Let's see here. Greg T. Sakowitz is here. He says hello to Robin and Jerry. Greg's going to be joining us for an interview in the upcoming future. And also, we want to remind you guys tomorrow we're going to be talking live with Steven Gerard, a.k.a. Steve Hayest, out of Ohio. And he's going to be joining us to talk about the Beat 3.0. And Jerry, I think that will make everything complete because we have interviewed all the guys from the Beat 3.0.
Yes,
they are setting the world on fire. They've got a huge thing coming up for New Year's Eve again this year, and we're going to be waiting for Jeff and Michael to send us some information about that so we can start pumping that, because before you know it, you're going to blink your eyes and New Year's Eve is going to be upon us once again. Hey, we've got so many things that we want to mention to you this evening. There are more bands that we're trying to search through now. Keep in mind, even though Lenny Kapka may not have performed with the band on these particular songs, he still had the honor and the pleasure, or should I say the bands had the honor and the pleasure of having him on the stage perform with him. But let's go ahead and bring up one of the songs by the Good Times Band out of, I was going to say Rochester, out of Chicago. See, I got Rochester on my mind, and I have no idea why. Rochester. Hey, so mention a couple of the bands that Brian was kind enough to send us some information on.
Wonderful to send all that information. Don Jodlowski Vibrasounds, Stash Golonka, Chicago Push, Chi-Town Express, The Good Times, Windy City Brass, D Street Band, Chicago's Milwaukee Ave.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Casey Hummel.
Casey Hummel. Yeah.
Whatever.
It all depends on what side of Chicago you're on. If you're on the south side, I think it was Casey Hummel. If you're on the east side, I think it was Casey Hummel. And
anyway, I can say Cherry Sahara real easy.
See?
And he also was with the Versatones.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Oh, wow, I forgot about that. Yeah. When Junior had called him, that's when he was playing with, oh, wow. I think that was kind of like a mini reunion because he was also playing at the same time. Bobby Zima was playing drums again. So that was...
nice.
Yeah, that was nuts because Zima played drums. I think the original drummer for Lenny Gomulka's Chicago Push, if memory serves me correctly. And I know I mentioned Davey Brzezinski, but I definitely remember Zima being up there when I was watching Lenny Kapka for the first time in Erie Polka Days when he played for, Jankowski down in Erie Polka Days, and everybody remembers that place. Hey, let's bring up another cool tune. Here's one by Chi-Town Express. Here's one called Poor Boy Polka.
When I was just a youngster and hardly in my teens, I went to school many a day with faded old blue jeans. The patches, they were many, my seat was all threadbare, but the poor girl didn't notice and the poor boy didn't care. A poor boy don't have no money, a poor boy don't have no dough. Give a poor boy a pretty little girl and watch that poor boy go. He'll take her and get married and raise a family. With a $2 loan, he'll build him a home and live so happily. When I was just a youngster and hardly in my teens. I went to school many a day with faded old blue jeans. The patches, they were many, my seat was all threadbare. But the poor girl didn't notice and the poor boy didn't care. A poor boy don't have no money, a poor boy don't have no dough. Give a poor boy a pretty little girl and watch that poor boy go. He'll take her and get married and raise a family. With a 2-buck loan he'll build them a home and live so happily.
Hey, we are remembering an all-time great, favorite of ours, and truly a favorite of yours, Mr. Lenny Kapka, who left us yesterday, unfortunately, at the bright age. I want to say, I'm going to throw this out, and I hope nobody... 73, that's what I was going to say, and I'm almost positive that's what I saw. Hey folks, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. Once again, we thank you so much. You know, there's a lot of things that are going to be coming up here in Western New York, in the Buffalo area. We do hope that you're able to join us wherever we head, and one of the locations that it's going to be is the world-famous St. Stanislaus Church. And Jerry, tell that, not at the church, they're not playing in the church, they're actually playing in the hall. If they played in the church, that probably wouldn't go over well, but the acoustics would probably be nice.
The acoustics are always great in a church. So St. Stanislaus will be hosting the polka homecoming of the Chopin Singing Society as they return to the east side. That address is 389 Peckham Street in Buffalo, New York, 14206, and that will be held on Dingus Day, April 10th from noon until 10 p.m. It is $15 admission. Food and drinks are available. It is a no BYOB or BYOF event, which means you got to buy your drinks and buy your food right there.
I was just going to ask you, what is that BYO stuff?
Yeah, they have the best food at St. Stan's. Featuring music by polka country musicians, John Gura and Gurale, the Piakowski Brothers, All-Star Band. Band and prices are subject to change only because it's a little bit early to have that set out in stone. You can get more information by calling Ed at 716-895-4604. You can call Gary at 716-884-7366. And if neither of those guys answer their phone, you can always call the rectory at 716-854-5510.
I think Eddie always answers the phone when I call anyhow. Eddie Gavrin. He always answers the phone when I give a call. But of course, hey, I don't use... I unblock my number so he knows who's calling. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you have some more information that you'd like to share with anybody right now?
I was looking for a song.
Oh, you are?
I was.
Okay. Well, how about...
Don't forget the Buffalo Polka Boosters annual picnic, where Robin and I will be celebrating lucky number 13.
That's right, 13 years already.
And that is
You've been putting up with me. I've been putting up with you, actually.
You love
13.
me.
Okay, I guess.
You really love me.
Yeah, just keep letting people know that.
Yeah, well, I'll just keep telling you, and eventually you'll realize.
Eventually, I'll start to believe it. Yeah.
That event is coming up in June. We have a full flyer that we have not yet put up, but we do have a little blurb for you. That event will be held on Sunday, July 23rd from 2 to 7 p.m. at Fontana's Picnic Grove, 229 Clinton Street, Buffalo, New York. Music will be provided by Focus. We got our Focus shirts on.
We got our Focus shirts on.
Kind of ironic.
Yeah. Hey, and folks, keep in mind that you don't have to be a member, although it's nice for you to join, but you don't have to be a member because guests are also invited.
Yes,
they
ma'am.
pay a different amount. I think it's, what,
Yes, they do.
$30 if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yes, but it's $25 for members.
Okay.
So, pay the little bit extra, become a member, and enjoy the dances. They are coming back in April, so you're going to want to make sure to be part of that event as well. Their monthly meetings.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What do I want to bring up next? How about a tune by Stashka Lanka, Chicago Masters? I got that little frog in my throat.
I did get the list of the bands he recorded with. So
Oh.
that was nice too. He should just become your assistant.
Yeah, well, him and Tony Blazonczak
I
do
know.
a great
That's
job.
why they know all
over
the
there
info.
on Polish Newcastle Radio. They've had to broadcast the show for I don't know how long now, but we definitely want to make sure that we mention that as well. Mr. Brian Kapka and Mr. Tony Blazonczak on the Polish Newcastle Radio. You can tune them in. Hey, for a complete schedule of all of the IJs that are on the Polish Newcastle Radio, just take a look. Just Google search Polish Newcastle Radio, click on the schedule, and it will let you know exactly who is on at what particular time. Hey, here's a little bit of Stashka Lanka, Chicago Masters. Here's one called $2 za $2.
Za gorami, za lasami, tańcowała Maguzia z gazułanami. Za $2, ej, za $2. Tańcowała, nie umiała, lewą nóżką, ej, zamiatała. Za $2, ej, za $2. Się ojciec, przyszła matka, chodź do domu, ej, Małgorzatka, za $2, ej, za $2. Ja nie pójdę, idźcie sami, bo ja piję i tańcuję z ułanami. Za $2, ej, za $2.
Oh, yeah, I was talking and I didn't have the volume up, but that's probably a good thing, right? Yeah, then people
Yes.
don't have to hear this stuff. Oh, gosh. Hey, Mr. Joe Michelik is watching. Good evening to you, Mr. Michelik. Dan Strzelecki is on. We want to say hello to you. Mr. Sebastian Pikowski, make sure you're front and center tomorrow as one of your elders is going to be here with us tomorrow, and that is, of course, Mr. Steve Hayes. He's going to shoot me for that, that's for sure. We're going to also say hello to Carol Lazarek. Carol is here. Welcome to you. Karen Hootie, good evening from Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. Gosh, we got a great crowd here, folks. Deb Rogalski-Jones, she is here, and I know she runs an event. We've got to get her to send us some information so we can post a flyer. Hey, Mr. Eddie Rajewski asked, can we hear something by Mr. Chet Kowalkowski? You know, it's time for an obedic. Here is Mr. Chet Kowalkowski, direct from Chicago, Illinois. A little bit of At the Well, Szedziona Studzience.
Siedziała na studzience, spoglądała do niej. Siedziała na studzience, spoglądała do niej. Jaka ona głęboka i jaka szeroka, skoczyłambym do niej. Hej, hej, skoczyłambym do niej. Dudni woda, dudni, cembrowani studni. Dudni woda, dudni, cembrowani studni. Zakochać się łatwiej, zakochać się łatwiej, ożenić się trudniej. Hej, hej, ożenić się trudniej. Kasiu moja, Kasiu, tyś moja dziewczyna. Kasiu moja, Kasiu, tyś moja dziewczyna. Jak ci się zostanie, jak ci się zostanie, to moja przyczyna. Hej, hej, to moja przyczyna. Świeci miesiąc, świeci słoneczko na niebie. Świeci miesiąc, świeci słoneczko na niebie. Pewnie ja nie wrócę, pewnie ja nie wrócę, dziewczyno, do ciebie. Hej, hej, dziewczyno, do ciebie.
By special request, there's a tune called At the Well, Obetic, featuring Chet Kovakoski on the vocal. We're going to say hello to Pat Leckie. She is here this evening. Hello to you, Patricia. Oh, gosh, who else do we have here?
Everybody.
Everybody. We're going to say hello to everybody.
Everybody.
Let's see, Michael Dujinski is here, so we're going to say hello to Michael. And again, folks, we are remembering a true friend and a fantastic polka musician by the name of Lenny Kapka. And Lenny left us unexpectedly yesterday, and we do want to send our thoughts and prayers out to the family and all of his friends. And the friends are just too many to mention, but then again, the family is like too many to mention. But we do want to say hello to everybody here tuned in to Polkas After Dark. Hey, one more song. Let's go ahead. One more. No, we got about an hour, close to an hour left. Mm-hmm. Jerry, you wrote down a bunch of songs, so I'm going to try to get through a few of those as possible. A few more of those as possible, I should say. And here's another one by D Street, one called Somewhere in Between.
Is how it takes me by surprise. How sudden
the music of D Street right here on Polkas After Dark. Hey, this is the place where you want to be on the weekend, kids, because we play a lot of fun stuff that we send out your way with requests. Tonight, we have a little bit of a different broadcast, and that is we are remembering one of the best, and that is Mr. Lenny Kapka. He left us yesterday, March the 17th, 2023, and Jerry and I, you probably heard us mention we sound like a broken record, but we had the pleasure of talking with him and his lovely wife Diane, not last weekend Saturday, but the weekend before. And it was kind of funny because we got a chance, Lenny and I got a chance to reminisce about a lot of past polka music history, and I wish that we would have been able to record that, Jerry, because that would have been priceless to play that.
Yes.
But didn't have everything set up. We had everything all powered down because it was after our Saturday night broadcast, and you and Diane have always, been back and forth on Facebook with your antics, and it was like, yeah, okay, well, we'll see you. And then all of a sudden you said, you should call them. And right when that happened, the phone rang, and it was Diane and Lenny, and we are going to cherish that conversation for many, many moons to come. Hey, we want to say good evening to Chris Curtis and his lovely wife Sandy. They're here. Also, it looks like Lisa and Greg Skowronek down in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. They're always tuned in, but they're listening from, let's see, Villa in PA. Aha. And then, let's see here. I don't know where that actually is. Villa in PA. Oh, the Ville, Connellsville. I get it. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, man. It's taken me a little while. I am so sorry. I'm like brain dead here. Oh, good God. The Ville. Yep, that's Connellsville, Pennsylvania, folks. Hey, you mentioned Aubrey is tuned in. We want to say hello to her. Unfortunately, we don't have that song that you requested, Aubrey. We do apologize for that. We can get it for you tomorrow, and don't forget, folks, we're going to be talking live with Mr. Stephen Gerard, aka Steve Hayest, from the Beat 3.0. He joins us tomorrow for an interview of your favorite musician of all times, or all time, and he joins us tomorrow. We're 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Stephen joins us. He takes the stage at 5:30 p.m., and he'll be chatting with us until about 6 or whatever time we decide to hang up. Hey, also, Rick Beekler wanted to hear a song, Raindrops by CMA, Chicago's Milwaukee Avenue. Unfortunately, Rick, we do not have that one in our repertoire this evening. I do apologize for that. And I don't even know if we have any CMA. I'm going to have to take a look at that and see exactly what we've got in there. We're going to also say howdy to Georgianne Havey. She is here with us. And also, once again, for Marion and Janet Sikora, they tune in every once in a while when they can, when they're not out gallivanting and so on. How about, this was always a nice one that Lenny Kapka used to love playing with Gomolka. This is off of the 12-pack of polkas. Here's one called Pia Kuba.
Tego we dwa kije, pup, pup,
Hey, there you go. That's Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push. Oh, you like my hair there? It looks like I have one of those.
You cut me off. My
army brush
whole top
cuts.
of my head is
me too. It's like, hi, everybody.
That's what I did.
Yeah. You lean back, I lean forward. Okay, well, this is good until I can fix the screen. That's fun. It's a lot of fun.
We're just up and close and personal with the microphone.
Tracy Meyer, can you please, let's see, can you play time?
Two-part on 12-pack polkas.
Let's see, playtime. Can
you play time to part on 12-pack of polkas?
Time to part. I don't remember having that song.
Well, you've got a 12-pack of polkas.
Yeah, well, got a 12-pack sitting right here, but it's not polkas. You know what? That is really strange. I don't know if I have that, Tracy, or not. Does it sound like this? Wow, what a great tune. Geez. time to part. And it was going to be time for you to take a sneeze. You said, don't hit the button, don't hit the button, I'm going to sneeze. And then I said, no, you're not, and you didn't. Not yet, anyhow.
It's going to come out of nowhere.
Oh,
and
of course.
Spitting all over the place.
Oh, of course, yeah, while we're on, too. You're just going to go wham
I was
right into the
trying to
microphone.
prevent it.
I know. Hey, Brad Boscovich is on. Hello to Brad. Good evening and welcome to Polkas After Dark. Also, Joanne Renee is watching. Hello to you. Hey, Brad Boscovich. Yes, it has been a while. Hey, Jerry, say hello to some of the people in our chat rooms. I remember that you mentioned Mr. Bobby Calvert.
He's been hanging out with
down
me
in Newcastle,
in YouTube
Pennsylvania
for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like when he hangs out with me over there.
Yeah.
As well as Larry Kubiak, Aubrey Hoffman, Michelle Szymanski, Roger Kane, and Pat Buchak. Hey, Pat.
Oh, hey, Pat, I think had a birthday.
He did.
Did he?
We're not going to sing on...
No, we're not going to
No
sing on
birthdays.
No birthdays.
No birthdays.
No.
You know, that's my favorite casino
what is
game.
happening here? Did you see that? It was like I was almost an alien.
Yeah, it came up over here.
Yeah, an alien, and I'm like transforming or something. That's weird. Wonder if the camera's going bad. I may have to replace the camera. You know,
because it was just you. It wasn't me too.
Yeah, we've got some spare. We've got some spare cameras, believe it or not.
Now that we finally got your color fixed.
Yeah, well, that's
time to
all
get
right
a new
because
camera.
every camera that we buy, see, we're kind of unique. When we buy one, we buy four, and when we buy four, we buy 8. So we have an extra for every one of them, just in case something happens, something goes south. Just like that, like I was transforming from, it was almost like a Star Trek episode, wasn't it? Beam me up, Scotty. And of course now that I wanted to do it, it ain't going to do it.
It's not going to do it.
No.
That's my favorite casino game in the background, though.
What's that?
The Buffalo. Can you see it?
The Buffalo? No.
Right
Is that it? Oh,
yeah, that's
on the
my favorite game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, every time you go to here, it's like, yep, I'm going to go back over there and play.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know, we got another great song that is coming up by another band here, and it is The Good Times. Here's one called Don't Play That Song on the Jukebox. Hey, don't play that song on the jukebox. That is the sound of the Good Times. And Mr. Lenny Kapka had the pleasure of recording with the Good Times. That, of course, is Dennis Motika. And tonight we are remembering our dear friend, Mr. Lenny Kapka, who left us yesterday, March the 17th, unexpected. And we send our thoughts and prayers out to the family. But Jerry, as I mentioned before, that's really not necessary because Lenny is having a blast up there in heaven, reuniting with all of his friends, Lush, Galanka, Belanda, Blazonchek. I mean, he's just running around like it's old homecoming.
One heck of a party.
You got that right. And hey, folks, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. It is 8:25 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to say hello to Susan Swartz, also to Kathy Slager, Kathy and her husband Brad. Hello to you guys. Thanks for stopping in here at Polkas After Dark. Oh, gosh, who else do we want to say hi to? We want to say hello once again to musical Mark Swoger from the city of North Tonawanda, him and Maria Blasting. And it was kind of fun to catch them today. We're going to play something tomorrow for all the folks. Let's see here. What else do we want to give a big shout out to? Helen and Tony Vignarge. We're going to say hi to you kids. Also, once again, to Marcia Kittris. She's still here. Also, Kathleen Juba is still here. Sarah Zalasco from the Sarah Z That's Me Polka Show. We got a chance to hear her 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Last week. Boy, now I'm getting all confused with
when
everything.
We fixed our dryer.
We fixed the dryer, yeah, but that was
I
was a lot
can't remember
of fun.
when it seems like
that
forever.
was a lot of fun too. Hey, you know what we want to do? We're going to throw you guys a little bit of a curve, and that is because Lenny Kapka and Diane Kapka had a very favorite band from Buffalo. And we are going to play this song especially for Lenny up in heaven and also for Diane here and surrounded by all the family, everybody that she loves. She loved this guy, and you know what? He loved her too. Do you know who it is, Diane?
Zosha! Let's go!
No, it's not Zosha, it's Scrubby. He's going to sing Zosha, okay?
Zosia, Zosia, Zosia kuchnię zamiatała ima Macieja zawołała Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja zawołała Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja hej zawołała Matka lampę zaświeciła i Macieja zobaczyła. Matka lampę zaświeciła i Macieja zobaczyła. Matka lampę zaświeciła i Macieja hej zobaczyła. Go!
Hey, for Dale and Renda, we're going to say good evening to you kids out there in Michigan or wherever you're hanging your hat this evening.
Macieju, co robicie, że tak Zosię całujecie. Wy Macieju, co robicie, gdzie tak Zosię całujecie. Wy Macieju, co robicie, gdzie tak Zosię całujecie. Zosia, Zosia, Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja zawołała. Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja zawołała. Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja hej zawołała. Go, go, go!
A for Lenny and also Diane Kapka. That's one of their favorite tunes by one of their favorite musicians. That, of course, none other than Scrubby Severiniak, David Scrubby Severiniak from the Dynatones. Hey, folks, if you're just tuning us in, well, we want to make sure that you know that we are kind of celebrating the life of a guy that we had known for many, many years, many decades, as I have mentioned. And that, of course, is the famous Mr. Lenny Kapka. You know, you see that picture in the center where he has that shirt that he's holding up, Legend?
Legend.
Boy, was he ever.
That's a perfect shirt.
Yeah, it sure was. And a perfect guy, great personality, loved the way he played bass guitar. And I actually have that one photo switched around, I can see, because it looks like he's playing left-handed bass, and he's not. So I have to make a quick switch. Watch this. Through the remarkable means of digital photography, boy, you know who would be real happy and impressed with me is Les Kapuscinski, and he's not on right now, him or his lovely
But they always
missus.
watch later.
But they always watch later. And let's see, can I do this? Yes, I can. Look
at
now
that.
he's playing bass the right way. I'll bet you Brian was scratching his head saying, why did he do that? Why did he mess that up originally? Well, Brian, it's because I'm me, buddy, and you know me for a long, long time, too. Hey, folks, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. Gonna say hello to Michael Gartler. Also, once again, to Mr. Chris Curtis. And I haven't seen Loretta Curtis Mackel. I don't know if she's here or not. But we are playing a lot of tunes this evening, remembering one of the best, one of the finest bass players ever. And that, of course, is Mr. Lenny Kapka. Yeah, I mentioned Dale and Renda, and he said
sure.
Wyandotte, Michigan dance tomorrow. The New Brass Express. Yeah.
Nice.
Great band as well. Hey, you know, we talked to Daryl Welton, and he is going to try to come on. Maybe, Dale, you can kind of nudge him a little bit and make sure that he gets a hold of us or gets a hold of me somehow, and we get him scheduled on an upcoming broadcast for a Sunday afternoon, just like tomorrow. Tomorrow, Jerry and I are going to be entertained by Mr. Steve Hayest. Stephen Gerard, known to his Facebook friends. Steve Hayest, known to everybody else, and of course to the FBI and all the police departments out there. Was that out loud? I shouldn't have said that. I was thinking that. That's what it was.
I hate when you think out loud.
But Steve Hayes joins us tomorrow from the Beat 3.0, and it's going to be a fun talk, a fun chat, because I've known Steve since he was, about, actually, he's that same size. Wait a minute, that's not going to work. But we're going to say hi to Tina and also everybody out there in Ohio. You know, Lenny Kapka is performing tonight over at, let's see.
Party Center.
Party Center, that's right. And we're going to say hi to everybody that is joining that dance tonight, but they're going to watch us tomorrow either on Facebook or on YouTube. And we also want to remind you guys that all of our broadcasts are available for you to watch at any time that you have at your leisure on YouTube or Facebook. If you go to YouTube, just type in Polkas After Dark, and you'll be able to type in, let's say, the word interview, and it'll pop up with all the Polkas After Dark interviews that have been done, as well as any of our other frivolous episodes. Speaking of episodes, hey, we got another song that we want to do, and how about a nice instrumental? Here's one called Park Avenue. Here is Lenny Kapka and Chicago Push. Notice I just pushed that microphone right out of the way. Did you see that? I gotta raise that puppy. I don't know what the heck's going on here. A one called Park Avenue, and that is Lenny Gomulka's Chicago Push featuring the bass work of Mr. Lenny Kapka. Hey, how about a little bit of D Street featuring Lenny and son Brian? Hey, that's one called Sparkling Polka. That's the sound of D Street, and we are remembering a wonderful gentleman, one of the best bass players that I have ever come across in my polka history, and that is Mr. Lenny Kapka. And Lenny left us last evening, yesterday actually, on March the 17th. Hey, Jerry, you wanted to say hello to some more people there in the chat room. Oh, see, you just hit your mic too.
I always hit my mic, though.
Yeah, because you have it so low.
I know.
I've raised mine just a little bit. I try to keep it out of the way of the screens here, because I've got like too many screens to play around
Joe
with.
Michelda said he has to leave us.
Oh, Joe Michelik, well, listen, thank you so very much for sticking around this evening. God bless you and the missus. Tell her we said hello, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow if you get a chance to stop in to Polkas After Dark, as we're here every Saturday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. to 7 on Sunday afternoons. Okay, Jared, why don't you light it up with who's in the YouTube chat room first of all?
Well, Paul Petruha finally joined us.
Finally he's here?
Yeah.
Oh,
He said better late than never. And
Yeah,
he's
okay.
right.
Yeah, I
We'd
guess.
rather him come and hang out for 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes than
And
not
hello,
at all.
And hello to
And
Mom,
hello to
Sophie.
Mom. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We also have Roger Kane hanging out with us,
All
as
right.
well as Pat Buchek and Michelle Szymanski, Tracy Kopka, Bobby Calvert, and I think I got everybody there. Oh, Aubrey. I forgot about Aubrey and Larry Kupiak.
Little Aubrey and Larry Kubiak
Yeah.
is here. All right. How about some people in our chat room over at Facebook?
I like when you do one instead of me doing both.
I can do that. Okay, we're going to say hi once again to Steve Brown, Ivan Mayers. Chuck Troiani is still here. Hello to you, Chuck. Also, Mike Glinsky, not Galinsky. Mike Glinsky. It's that G and that L that throw me all the time. Mr. Eddie Ryeski, he's here. Brian Kopka, of course, is listening with Mom Diane. You got Tracy over there. Let's see
I
who
think
else.
Tracy was in both.
And Renee, we're going to say hello to you. Oh, gosh. Who else? David O'Brien is still here. Chris Bleasdale is here. Greg Russo, hello to Greg. Evan Bozzarelli, also to Vinny. Going to say howdy, hello to you, sir. Greg T. Sakowitz, go ahead.
My brother Dan.
Your brother
Because
Dan.
he's still driving.
Yeah, he's going to be driving for a while.
Driving.
From North Carolina to New Mexico.
19 and a half hour drive plus stops.
Ooh.
I don't know. I love my mommy.
Also to Gayla and also to Corey. We can't
Hopefully
forget those
Corey's
guys.
sleeping by now.
He's probably got the headphones on. He's tuned out. He's tuning everybody out. Pat Leckie is also here. Gosh, Debbie Jones, Debbie Rogoski Jones, Karen Bayak, Karen and Tom. Hello to you. Good evening. Rick Beekler is joining us.
Berg.
Also Berg and Steve Brown. They're hanging out together, I think, tonight. That's a dangerous duo, as it always has been and always will be. Carol Han Lazarek. Carol is here. Hello to you. Karen Hootie, once again. Sebastian Pokawski. Dan Strzelecki, he is tuning in. Oh gosh, who else? Man, we just have a whole lot of folks here.
And we are so grateful that you guys decided to spend some time with us tonight.
Yeah, as we're celebrating the life of a fantastic bass player, a fantastic man, period, end of sentence. Oh gosh. Who else do we want to say hello to? Michael Gartler. He's hanging out with Matt. Do you remember when we used to go bowling?
Bowling with
we
them,
got to do that sometime
do.
again. That would be a lot of fun because Matt's a good bowler.
He is.
Yeah, I watched him bowl, and wasn't it Michael Gartler that had that really cool bowling ball?
Yes. The eyeball, right?
Yeah.
It was the eyeball.
That was kind of neat. We got to do that. Janice Kuchmarski is here, so we're going to say hello to Janice and Eddie, Dale and Renda Cribbins. They are here. They're getting excited because they're going to go see the New Brass Express tomorrow in Michigan. And who else do we
Tommy
have
Hoke
here?
just
Tommy
jumped
Hoke
in.
just popped in. Tommy's probably been listening all along, and we want to say hello to you, Brother Tom, down in Uniontown, PA. Hey, we got another song yet by... how about Mr. Lenny Gomolka's Chicago Push off of that 12-pack of polkas? How about we do one called Reminiscing Time?
I spent time reminiscing of you and I both missing the happy days we spent together. And ever since we parted, I sit here broken hearted, thinking of the good times that we've shared. A New Year's wish, a Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day and Easter time, April showers and Mayflowers, June, July. Warm August weather through September, Halloween, Thanksgiving dinner. Every month is reminiscing time. me so, the memories I can't let go. If you change your mind, I'll be here waiting. A New Year's wish, a Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day and Easter time, April showers and Mayflowers, June, July. Warm August weather through September, Halloween, Thanksgiving dinner. Every month is reminiscing time. A New Year's wish, a Valentine, St. Patrick's Day and Easter time, April showers and Mayflowers, June, July. Warm August weather through September, Halloween, Thanksgiving dinner. Every month is reminiscing time.
Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push. That was one of the bands that Mr. Lenny Kapka performed with for quite a few years, right when Lenny took the stage for the first time as Lenny Kapka and Chicago Push. That was shortly after he had left Eddie Blazonczyk and the Versatones to start off on his own. And holy smokes, has it just gone upward ever since. You know, Lenny's playing tonight in Ohio, just outside of Cleveland, Parma, Ohio.
We heard that there was some weather on the way there, though.
Yeah, Chris Tansky had mentioned that. She said that there were good parts, bad parts, and there were some cars off to the side of the road. And I don't know if Steve Gramala took a tow truck and was able to help them. A flatbed, yeah, and be able to dig them out and put them on the flatbed. And hey, he made some money to get to the dance tonight anyhow. Well, we're going to say hi to Steve Gramala down in Dunkirk, which he's right now in Ohio. How about, you know what, here's another obetic by Lenny. How about we do this one in the afternoon? Did you know the lovely female voice that was singing with Lenny on the recordings? That was not Lenny Kapka using a high voice or wearing a pair of heels or wrapping the rubber band around. No, I'm not gonna get into that. That was actually Mary Lou Cerniak. I know they're gonna kick us off the air at some point. That's for sure. Hey, here's one off of that Simply Polka-mentary recording. Here's one called In the Afternoon. Hey, good evening to John and Marge Subcheck. They're done bowling. Hope you guys did well tonight. Let us know. Hey, good night, Eddie Rajewski, wherever you are.
In the afternoon, someday real soon, I'd like you to take my name.
In the afternoon, someday real soon, I would like to do the same.
In the afternoon, someday real soon, in a chapel on a hill,
Wedding bells will ring as the birds will sing on a sunny afternoon.
Oh, I was a little bit late. Oh, well. Aha.
But
Jeez.
just like Paul said, better late than never.
Better late than never, yes. He always philosophized. He was always the guy that could, say the right thing at the right time. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Hey,
Ooh,
folks,
Dave Shanka finally showed up, too.
Oh, geez. Hey, David, well, welcome to Polkas After Dark. And his power may have just come on. We had one whale of a windstorm came by. Yesterday, we lost power for about 2 hours, but it came back. I thought for sure it was going to go out tonight with some high winds and some pretty nice wind gusts, but we were fortunate enough that it did not. Hey, guys, gals, we thank you so much for tuning us in. We've got about 7 more minutes yet to go. And we thank you so much for tuning us in. We also want to thank the Kapka family for sharing Lenny with us, all of these years. What a fantastic guy he was, and we're going to miss him. That is for damn sure. We've tried to remember him so much this evening, and we sure hope that we played some songs that brought some smiles, maybe a little bit of a tear to your eyes. But Lenny Kapka left us yesterday, and what an amazing man he was, what an amazing bass player he was. You guys heard me earlier. I had the opportunity to work with him on the cruise over playing with the Dynatones when Mr. Jimmy Johnson had one too many. And Jimmy said, I'm going to sit these next songs out. And Lenny says, I'll come up and play. So it worked out really well. Got a chance to hang out with Lenny on stage. I hung out with him off stage quite a few times, but on stage was just remarkable. It really, really was. Hey, so again, thank you guys so much. Let's see. R&G, are you two going to Toledo, Holy Toledo? I don't think we're going to be able to make it this year because we have a lot of trips that we're going to be taking, including to see Mom a couple of times. So that's going to not happen for us, unfortunately, but we are definitely our paths are going to cross for sure, Dale and Renda, over at probably the USPA, the IPA this year for sure. Hey guys, we got time for a couple more songs here that we're going to do. And who wanted a Christmas song?
Tracy wanted to hear I Remember.
I Remember.
Off the Push to Christmas.
She is requesting all of these songs, and a push-style Christmas, I probably don't have those, Tracy, that are queued up right now because that's a Christmas time. We're looking more at Easter. We're looking at like eggs and stuff like that, not opening up presents, but I guess.
Well, it's...
Ask and you shall receive, Tracy. Listen to these bass lines.
I remember Merry Christmas morning. I remember Happy New Year's night. I remember everybody singing, may all your Christmases be so merry and bright. I remember Mom and Dad telling me not to be bad. I remember mistletoes. I remember Rudolph's nose. I remember Silent Night. All is calm and all is bright. Christmas spirit in the air. Christmas shopping everywhere. Remember writing out the new year. I remember singing Jingle Bell, milk and cookies just for Santa and his reindeer. Yes, I remember all the Christmases so well. I remember Mom and Dad telling me not to be bad. I remember mistletoes. I remember Rudolph's nose. I remember Silent Night. All is calm and all is bright. Christmas spirit in the air, Christmas shopping everywhere.
look at what you started, Tracy. Come on already. Although you do have one good point, kiddo. It's snowing here in Buffalo.
Another Christmas to be together, you and me. Another Christmas, another happy holiday. Another New Year's to be together, you and me. Another New Year's, another happy holiday. Another Christmas gift to wrap and place beneath the tree. Another Christmas, another happy holiday. Another Christmas to be around your Christmas tree. Another Christmas, another happy holiday. Another New Year's, another happy holiday. Another toast on New Year's Eve for you and for me. Another New Year's wish, another happy holiday. Another Christmas to be around the Christmas tree. Another Christmas, especially just for you and me. Another Christmas gift to wrap and place beneath the tree. Another Christmas card, especially just for you, for me.
Well, tonight we pay tribute to a man, the myth, and as you can see on that picture in the center, a legend. We're going to miss you, Lenny. Tracy, we were going to save this one for the last song. We played a little bit earlier, and we're going to do it again. Here's one called Time to Part. Lenny Kapka, Chicago Push, featuring the fantastic bass work of Lenny Kapka. Hey folks, as we always end a show, we thank you so much for tuning us in, and if you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
Just stay out of the ditches, okay? Hey, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Please be here.
zegar woła nas. Woła tych, co nam śpiewali i co razem tańcowali. Czas do domu, czas, zegar woła nas. Czas do domu, czas, zegar woła nas. Jak muzyczkę usłyszycie, to znów do nas powrócicie. Czas do domu, czas, zegar woła nas. Jak muzyczkę usłyszycie, to znów do nas powrócicie. Czas do domu, czas, zegar woła nas. Jak muzyczkę usłyszycie, to znów do nas powrócicie. Czas do domu, czas, zegar woła nas.